Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we are going to be doing the 7,000 subscriber special. So yeah, like I said in the last video guys, a massive thank you for 7,000 subscribers, as it's absolutely amazing that we have finally hit the next 1,000 marker. So yeah, we're on the road to 8,000 now, but yeah, just a massive thank you for everyone who subscribed along the way, left likes, continues coming back every day. Just a massive thank you. It's much appreciated, and you guys are awesome. Just yeah, cannot thank you guys enough. It's absolutely amazing how things have developed since 6,000. But yeah, anyways, as you've also seen by the title, today we are doing an all Neptune blue solar system. So if you've been around the channel quite a while, you would have known that I used to do coloured solar systems, where I made a colour or a solar system with a specific colour theme. And I'm thinking of redoing some of these, since when I started that, we didn't have modded objects, so maybe I could remake a few of these and improve them and stuff like that if you guys want to see it. But yeah, today we're going to do a colour which I never did, and that is Neptune blue. We did the regular blue, so stuff like Earth sort of blue, but we never did Neptune blue because the colour didn't exist back when we made the original blue solar system. So the blue solar system was the first one I ever made, and yeah, it was back before modded objects were a thing. So yeah, we're going to be doing an all Neptune blue one here. So I've got a few of these Neptune coloured objects here. So yeah, we're going to be using those. So let's begin. We'll go into a new solar system. Damn, it's been so long since I've done a solar system myself in a video. So we'll immediately start off by going to a cool looking background. So we'll go ahead and customize that up. Put some of the good old blue in there. Looking good. There we go. We don't want the blue to be too intense. We'll increase the stars up though. So yeah, just a nice sort of blue fade in the background. Nothing too extreme. We're going to turn ambient brightness all the way down as well. So there is that. Right, let's begin. So let's go in here. Right, so obviously first of all we need a star. So what I'm going to go for this is, if I just search star, we're going to go with the Neptune star. So this is a, if you remember, this is one of the new generation of modded objects right here. Actually, no, one thing we can do, if we go back to the background quickly, and we go to, yeah, we'll recustomize this up. If we turn the ambient all the way up, and then we'll put all this on blue, and then the base color on blue as well. There you go, so it makes it like that. Then we're going to put the background back into the blue sort of theme as well. There you go. So the background's all looking good. But yeah, the ambient brightness, if we switch that all the way up, the star sort of has, or it lights up a little more on the other side as well. And that's looking pretty darn cool. So yeah, that is our Neptune star. It's pretty large in size. I know the mass isn't the highest, but yeah, that radius is pretty big. So one thing we can do to improve it as well, I'm hoping this will work. Yeah, if we lock that, then we can make it a little bigger in size. Let's go with about 50 Jupiters maybe. No, okay, you don't like 50 Jupiters? Looks pretty cool when it's a gas giant as well. This may take a few attempts to get it larger. I'm hoping it will work though, because I've not really experimented with this object much. So if we lock that again, can it do 25 Jupiters? Okay, so it can't, oh no, not Earths, no, we want 25 Jupiters. Okay, so it can't handle 25 Jupiters. Okay, so let's go to Jupiter. What about 10? I want it to be able to have a little mass. Okay, we'll roll with 10. Okay, so it makes it a little bigger. Right, so we've got 10 Jupiters of mass on this guy. Looking good. Right, yeah, that Neptune star does look pretty darn cool. So it's the star texture on a rocky planet was the way this was made. So, right, that is all good. So we got our Neptune star. And then what we'll do as well, we'll have a regular star in here as well. We'll roll with a white star, since white is pretty much the neutral colour. It will work with any coloured solar system. So we'll go with a white star here. And I'll go with Alhena here. So I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but here it is. So we're going to go ahead and put it in a binary orbit, hopefully, with the Neptune star. So let's put it about 13 AU away. Let's try that. There we go. So there we go. We've got our star. Right, so there it is there. Okay, so this just orbits it anyway. It's not big enough to be in a binary. So yeah, we've got our like blue-looking star as well. Sadly, we can't make it light up. Actually, we could try making it. Wait, if we increase this atmosphere, maybe it will warm it up and make it glow a bit. That'd be quite cool. So if I go with 10 ATM, let's try and get this into the really sort of 400-500 degree area. See what it looks like when you warming up a bit. So okay, a bit more. Okay, let's go with 12 ATM. A little bit more. We need to get it into about 600-700 degrees. So 14. Almost there. Is there any glow on the surface yet? Okay, we'll go with what about 20? That'll buff it up a bit, hopefully. You gonna start glowing? Anything? Should be able, it should start glowing at 600, I believe. So about 30. Let's just really heat it up. Is it still not getting hotter? Oh, this thing is weird. So 40. Go on, get that temperature up. Wow, seriously? Okay, 80. How hot can this go before it glows? That is really interesting. I mean, like, what if I just spam click? 3,000 degrees and it's not doing anything. Maybe it's because I'm playing the simulation too slow, so we'll speed it up. No? Oh, there you go. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's too hot. But it does look pretty cool like that. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, we're definitely going to cool that down a bit because that is way too much. So, all right. Oh, there. Look at that. So, it's got that sort of blue blue to it, sorry. So, that's looking pretty cool, actually. A very unique object, this one. So, okay, so we don't want it to be glowing out too much orange, but we still want it to be pretty hot in temperature. So, we need to try and work out exactly where it's good. Oh, it has clouds as well. Hey, that's pretty interesting. We will switch those off, though, because I think it looks better without the clouds. Right, so how hot is it staying at? I'll leave it at 21, just to definitely keep it in the mid-600s. So, there you go. So, now we've got like a slightly glowing blue object there. So, yeah, we've got our 2 stars in here now. We've got our rocky star. I mean, it still doesn't look like a star. So, if we just pull it next with the main star here. See, not that different in size. But this is the size of the sun, this thing. It's pretty big. So, rightio. Let's start off with the inner sort of planets for this solar system. Then we'll work our way out to that gas giant. So, if I just search Nep back up, go back to custom objects. So, here we go. Right, so what should we start off with first? I've got a few Neptune customs left over from that old competition. I think I kept a few. I've also got my new Neptune custom. We'll definitely be using that. We've got the original Neptune we can use. So, alright, let's firstly we'll start off with a no atmosphere thick object. So we'll have like a Mercury, almost like a Mercury-like object with quite a thin atmosphere. We'll also give it a slight tilt. Let's also make its orbit pretty funky. Okay, that is heating up way too much, so we're going to have to really put that albedo high up. So then with the orbits, I want to have it pretty eccentric. So if I go with, let's have a little play around with this. So, okay, definitely more than 1. Okay, so let's try with about, let's go with 9. No, 7. Let's go 7. There you go, so like that. A pretty unique orbit in the way. So there it is there. So if we check it out, all Neptune blue colour right there. It should have an atmosphere, which we probably can't see at the moment. So if we open that up, wait, atmosphere? Okay, so we need to actually give it its atmosphere. There you go, so it's got its atmosphere, the nice Neptune blue. That is such a cool looking colour. Also got the background lighting up a bit as well. So yeah, we'll just leave a very light atmosphere on here, we don't need much. So now when we speed the simulation up, obviously, it will, as it gets closer to the star, it should heat up pretty nicely. So it goes up into the higher sort of temperatures. Obviously, as it gets really close to that star, it's going to heat up pretty hot. But then it will cool down again as it speeds away. So yeah, that's looking good. All right, only takes 80. No, that's the rotate. Orbital period 71 days. Okay, let's actually tidally lock this guy. Tidally lock. There we go. So the same side will always be facing the star. So that'll be our first planet in this system. Actually, we'll make it. Should make it a little bigger or smaller. Let's make it like a super Earth. Let's put it like 2 masses of Earth. If we turn this on, let's go with about 1,100 or 11,000. Sorry, somewhere around there. There we go. It's got a lot more mass, pretty big. Obviously, nowhere near habitable. We'll also make it so it's a lot of iron as well. Why not? So you can see the clouds appear and disappear as it gets warms up and stuff. So that's pretty nice. All right, so there's our first object. I'll just name it. Let's just call the star Nep for Neptune, short for Neptune. Let's just call it Nep. And then we'll just name them all Nep A, Nep B, stuff like that. So there we go. So we'll just call this Nep B. So obviously the star would be A. So something like that. All right, good. Right. So there is that. Alright, so now, moving on to the second planet. Let's go with a Venus-like object. I mean, this is one of the coolest objects. I made all of these Neptune blue ones as well. For that simulation, if you remember that at Christmas, the Christmas gift, all of the Neptune blue objects, all of the rocky ones, I actually created those all myself. It's a pretty cool one. So, yeah, a few... I've got a few modding techniques up my sleeve. Not really anything complex. Mostly, like, first era like objects. I don't really do much advanced modding, but yeah, that is a beautiful looking Neptune blue right there. So then we'll give the surface, we'll literally just completely mod it out to Neptune blue. There we go. So if we look under the surface, we've got a bit of white on it as well, but I think I'll leave it that way. So look at that, it's such a beauty. So now we're going to give this go with about 2 ATM on this, because I think that'll be enough to really spice this atmosphere up. And you can see, look at the clouds will appear as well. Increase the albedo a bit more. So we should see some clouds in there. They're obviously quite dark to see because obviously the colour's not the brightest colour. But you can see there are clouds there and they are looking very fine indeed. So you can see in there, if we just switch them on and off, we'll pause it as well. If we just switch them on and off, you can see they're there, just quite faint compared to other clouds. Also want to change the surface texture. So there we go. Right, looking good, but look at it, it is a beautiful looking blue right there. So all blue, and we'll call it Nep B. So like that. Oh no, Nep C. Sorry, no, this would be C, wouldn't it? 'Cause the stars A, A, B, C. We'll go capital letters. Why not? So Nep C, Nep B. There we go. Right, looking good. So yeah, B and then C. Good, good. Then we have A there. Rightio. So there we go. That's our system so far. I want to go to some pretty interesting orbits. Now we'll move on to. We'll use Lyra's Neptune for this actually. This is one they sent in quite a while ago now, a few weeks back I think. So here it is. It's going for blue trail as well. And we'll put this a little further out. This will be like our warm Neptune in a way. So we'll put that over there. There we go. So this one's quite reflective, I believe. We saw by the image there at the start. So there it is. So yeah, the image does make it look a little more shiny, but it may just be the color of the star that's doing that. I'm not sure, but yeah, either way, it does look pretty cool. It's mostly just a completely tinted blue object. There's no bands in here or anything like that, I don't believe. But yeah, we'll have this as more of a warmer ice giant or a hot Neptune. Yeah, not really much albedo going on here. There's its composition mostly. Also, it's a Neptune underneath. So we'll go ahead and call this Nep D. There we go. We'll leave the stats like the regular Neptune, because yeah, it's pretty cool. So there we go. So we've got a nice blue band, or not band, sorry. We've got a nice blue trail for this. Rightio. Alright, now moving on. Okay, so I definitely want to make use of the half thickness atmosphere. So we have a 1.0 atmosphere thickness here. We have one which has no atmosphere thickness, which is this one. But then we have one which is 0.5, so in the middle. So it's thicker than normal, but not completely thick like Venus for the atmosphere. So, right. So I've also got a few more Neptunes in here as well. I've got my old Neptune custom. We'll use the original Neptune. We'll put that quite far out, I think. But yeah, anyways, next object. We'll go through some moons after as well, I think. Next object to use. Okay, I'll go over a few more Rockies. I'm going to use the half one here. And we're actually going to I'll try and colonize this one as well. So, okay, I'll put it out here. But I want to give this, make this orbit a little eccentric, just to make things a little more interesting. So we'll go with 2. There we go, something like that. And then if I decrease this a bit. So, oh no, that's way too much. And that's the wrong way around. So we'll have to play around with this option here, just to get it the way we want. That orbit definitely needs to be made smaller. So we'll go ahead and do that. But it's still inside the orbit of Nep D. I don't want it doing that. So it'll have to be bigger like that. But then we may have to make the eccentric a little less. So there we go, something like that. So I don't want it getting too close to that Neptune star. Oh no, that just ruined it. So something like that, I think. That's looking good. So the Neptune star shouldn't be able to affect it from there. So, yeah, right, cloudy half Neptune. Alright, so here it is. So then we'll go and call this Nep E. Like that, okay. Looking good. So you're going to go ahead and travel to this guy here. So yeah, the atmosphere's thicker than normal, but not completely thick, like I said. So there it is. Right, so we're going to add a bit of water to this. We need to increase that as well. We need to go over about 1 ATM, because that's what you need to get the life stat up. Okay, so how does that atmosphere cope? We'll put it to 0 degrees so to reset it. So it still goes up into the hundreds. We're going to have to increase that albedo a bit more, just to get it into the other temperatures. But remember, this would have to be, we'll have to make this quite cold for some of the areas, because right now it's closer to the star, but at its further out orbit it probably will get pretty cold. So we need to put it to the closest point, and we need to see how hot this object gets. So if we put it about there, this would be its hottest part of the year, because obviously this is coming into closest. So it goes into the high 60s. So increase it a bit more. Okay, so 57 degrees. It will be pretty hot here, but it hopefully wouldn't evaporate any water here. So we're going to go ahead and add the water now. It's rotating quite funny as well, which is cool. Okay, so we'll pause this. This water stat is really annoying. See, why does it do that? I wish we had these sort of options. This sort of menu here. I wish we had this for the water, because it would make things a lot easier. But anyways, let's go ahead and add some water to it. I will change the surface texture as well. Let's get something a little better looking. Let's see here. I wish I had more of textures you could get as well, because it's same old, really. Okay. Right, yeah, I'll roll that one. Why not? So we've got a decent amount of water now. So now we need to make the surface more Neptune-like. Actually, no, I'll keep the north or the high areas in white. Then we'll go. There you go. That's looking good. And then this color as well. We'll go all Neptune blue. Actually, what I'll do with this one is I will make it a little different in shades, just to get a few more. But yeah, that would be a more Earth-like object, I'm hoping now. So let's check the stats on it. So 83 and 27, well, that's to be expected with a temperature of 60 degrees. But when it hopefully moves out of the way of the star and hopefully gets a little further and cools down a bit, it should fix it up a bit. Yeah, I'm still not liking the surface section. I'm going to change it again. There you go, that one's looking better. Yeah, I'm liking that. So, right, there is Nep East. So now, yeah, it gets to 6 degrees, but what about at the opposite side of its orbit? So if we move it all the way out here, so this would be the furthest point from the star, around this area here. So how cold does it go? So it goes into -27. So this will have some pretty extreme seasons on it. So, yeah, there we go. So obviously, as it gets closer to the star, it will warm up again. So yeah, pretty cold sort of winters it will have here as average surface temperature. So obviously, it goes out in the cold and it warms all the way up as it approaches the star like this. So it goes into the high 60s and then it goes all the way out again. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff with that orbit there. There we go, looking good. I'm hoping it doesn't get too close to Nep D. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But anyways, moving on. I think we'll go to the... actually, what we could do is have an asteroid belt in here as well. But yeah, we'll go to the Neptune star. Now, let's have a few little objects around here as well, since this, in theory, is a star. So, right. We'll definitely go with some rocky. So, I'll go with... let's see, I hope we can get some tidal heating going on here as well. That'd be pretty cool. So, right, there we go. So, we'll start off with the cloudy no Neptune. Now, can we have... Will this stay warm? Okay, so it's at about 47, -47. So, it's still not actually warm enough to get water. But if we move it a little closer, so if we decrease this, pull it half, will it get warmed up? Any tidal heating going on? No? Doesn't want to do any tidal heating? Ah. Maybe if we make it bigger? I don't want roof limit tearing it apart though. So it's pretty close to that guy. I don't know if it will warm it up. I'm just going to quickly check how much mass the green star has, just so make sure I'm not missing out anything. Okay, so green star, here it is. So how much mass does this have? Oh, so that's 1.2 Earths, and this has 10 Jupiters, so this should be able to tidally heat the stuff, I'm hoping. Let me just check my settings. Is it general? I'm pretty sure there's an option here about tidal heating. I'm not entirely sure. I want it to work. So, yeah, I don't really go in these settings much. I don't know where the tidal heating stuff is in here, but I'm assuming it should be switched on automatically, right? I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be. Collision, no. Experimental, no. That's not anything that is interesting for this. Okay, I don't know then. Okay, I just have to assume it. Maybe it's not working or something. I don't know. I don't really do tidal heating much myself for making systems. But yeah, that's pretty darn close to the star actually. So I guess we'll have to use some of the atmosphere to make it a little warmer. So we'll spread it out a little further from the star. But obviously be quite close still. So yeah, pretty big object there. Right, so yeah, we'll have to increase the albedo on here. Well, not the albedo, sorry, the atmosphere pressure, surface pressure. So we'll put it about 1. How hot will it go now? Okay, so we'll go about 2. What about 2 ATM? Okay, we'll decrease the albedo a bit. So it goes into the positive temperatures now. So there we go. So this will certainly hopefully start to warm up around that pretty crazy star. Maybe if I tidy lock, I'm gonna see what happens if you tidy lock this, because then it would look like it never moves. Can I tidy lock this? There we go. So now the same side of this will always be facing the main star over there. Right, and then if I tidy lock this guy to that, so there we go. So yeah, we've got some tidy lock stuff going down here. So I'm going to move it into a gas giant quickly. I want that surface texture gone. I want a different one. Okay, we'll roll that for now. Right, now I'm going to add some water to it. So there we go. Right. A bit more. I really hate the water stats. Actually, how about if we just have a tiny bit of water so we get the clouds but no water? I'm going to roll that actually. So very low amount of water here. What I'll do as well is I'll put a bit more icy areas on it as well. So if I go with a white area, that looks pretty interesting actually. Actually, I will go with slight blue in it. Actually, no, we'll go with a lighter shade. There we go. Something like that. I think that looks looking good. Let's have that quite close to that Neptune star there. Actually, we'll name this something as well. Since the main star is called Nep, we'll call this one Tune. I don't know, I'm not good with names. But yeah, we'll call this one Tune. So then we can call this Tune B. There we go. So Tune B, like that. There we go. So we have Nep and Tune. We've got Tune B over here. Alright, looking good. Right, now I'm actually going to try putting one really close to this. I want to see if the tidal heating will do anything. So if I just search Nep again, We'll go with yeah, let's go with the ultra cloudy one. If I put it like there, I mean, how close does it have to be to get warmed up? So then now that's warming up a bit, but I don't know if it's the main started enough. If I put albedo, no, that just put to 0 degrees. How hot will this go? I mean, I don't know if it's tidal heating doing that or if it's just a start. Like, we'll remove the atmosphere completely, so it just freezes again. I think the tidal heating on mine is either not working or I've got some settings switched off. Because I don't know, is it like simulation settings? I don't know. In here, see, I don't see anything. I mean, everything's tidal heating is switched on. Tidal heating multiplier. Okay, so if we put this up to 100 times, and that could destroy our other planets. So we'll go with 10. But will it work now? Oh, it is warming up a bit. It's 0 degrees. So albedo's at max. Well, that just makes it get cold again. I don't. Oh. This guy's suddenly starting to glow. Have I just destroyed all of our planets? Yeah, I have. So the tidal heating effect is on. It's just barely noticeable from what we do. So I'll turn that down again just to fix everything. So, yeah, this guy is just not getting warmed up at all. But, damn, this thing looks cool when it heats up. I mean, look at that. That does look pretty darn cool. At 3,000 degrees as well. Oh, I do like the way. Maybe we'll have to increase it to make it look like 3,000 again. But I'm guessing we may have ruined some of the planets we've already been working on. I mean, Nepi was the only one we worked on, but right now it's cold anyway. Okay, so that's fine. Right, so we'll go head back to Tune here. Okay, I'm gonna buff this thing's atmosphere again. I kind of want to keep it in the 3,000 area. I think it looks pretty cool. Of course, it's now in the 3,000s. Okay, so it does look pretty cool. I have to say like that. I mean, look at the blue. It's all tinted. Look at all like the blue moving on it. Oh, that is cool. Okay, so yeah, I'll delete this guy again, but. Yeah, when you brighten it up or heat it up, it does look pretty darn cool. If I put it back to about 75 ATM, okay, that makes it a little cooler, but oh, it does look really, really cool the way it's looking here. So if I speed up time, how will it look when it cools off a bit? Okay, so yeah, I want to definitely put it back to 100. Okay, so that put it to 1,000. Okay, so what about 200? Okay, because it was the tidal heating that made it hot. About 6,000. There you go. That's looking better. So yeah, 2,900 degrees. That's looking pretty good. So I know there is some darker spots here. Maybe if I put that in the sunlight, maybe it will get rid of it. Okay, it does a bit, but okay. So then this side starts to. Okay, but that main patch there, that was the darkest section. So I'll leave that in the sunlight. Remember, the object's tidally locked. So yeah, we've got now we have our like blue star really ignited. There. Right. So then we go back to Tune B. Okay, so you're at 37 degrees right now. Pretty decent temperature, not really the hottest, but not really the coldest either. So there it is there. Let's put it on a tilt as well, just to make it a little more interesting. So there it is there. So Tune B orbiting Tune. Right, let's have a gas giant orbiting this. Let's go with Zane B's Neptune, since I have a copy of that. So we'll go ahead and place this in. We'll put it a little further out, so we don't want it disrupting our Tune B. Okay, so then we'll name this one Tune C. Okay, Tune C. There we go. So that's looking good. All Neptune blue in colour as well. There it is. Also tilted on its side. So there we go. So that's now in orbit of Tune. That's a pretty cool view, actually. And then we've got Tune B over there. Nice little small one. I guess we'll give this guy some moons as well. So let's go with some regular random spawned objects. So let's go here. Okay, let's go with some random moons, and we can customize those. So I don't want to give any of these atmospheres. We'll go with 1, then we'll go with 2. Then we'll put a third one in a little further out, and then we'll get a Neptune blue one for our 4th moon. Let's have 4 moons around this guy. Let's go with, we'll go with a cloudy half on this one. And like the real Neptune has Triton, we'll put this one in like a pretty different orbit to all of the other moons. So we'll have it out here. And then what we'll do as well, if we go here, and then we get this. If we flip it all the way around, then it is like Triton, because it's going to go around backwards now. So there it is there. So this is going to be pretty unique. It's completely off scale, like with all the other moons. They have their own little pattern of all going down, but this one's just doing its own thing. So almost like a cool moon, maybe. I don't know. So there it is here. We'll make this thing pretty large in size. Let's go over, no, not Jupiter. Let's go about 5 Earths. There we go. Make it a little bigger. Times 2. There we go. 13 Earths. Make it. Actually, hang on though. 13 Earths. This one only has 3 Earths, so we're gonna have to be yeah. I'll put this to 0.6 then, because yeah, this object won't be able to hold this. And obviously we've got to remember that star over there. That doesn't have the most mass in the world. We only have 10 Jupiters. We can't go crazy with the mass sizes here. So I'll leave it at 48 moons. It's still got its radius all correct. So it is here. And like Triton has, I'll leave it with a pretty white-looking surface. So like that. There we go. So we've got Tune C. So here's yeah, we're gonna name all these guys as well. Get rid of those default names. Let's have some different sort of color themes going around as well. Let's have like a black and blue as well. There you go. I mean, it's still got the blue on it, so it still counts. This one here is smoking up. Actually, that's not allowed. So it's an all ice world. So we're gonna remove all that ice. We do not want that here. So get rid of that rubbish. All right, there we go. Oh, that blue on there is looking pretty menacing. So then with you. Yeah, let's have like a pattern with these moons here. Let's have them all with like a dark black and blue theme. Apart from this one over here, since this, in theory, this is from a different part of the solar system that got captured by this planet. So we'll leave it like that. Right, so we've got Tune C. So then I'll call this Tune... Oh, no, I don't want capital letters. Tune... Oh, my spelling's dead. T-U-N-E. And then we'll call this C-A. Then we'll go Tune C-B. Okay, so then we're over here. Tune CC. There we go. And then this one will be Tune C. Or Tune CD. So Tune CD. There we go. No capital D. There we go. So that's the furthest one out. Pretty large in size. We'll give it a few little custom orbital settings as well. Just make it very little minor changes. Nothing crazy. 58 days will decrease that slightly. There we go. I also want to make it smaller in size because that's way too large for a moon of its size. So we'll make it a lot smaller. There we go. 17 moons. Tad smaller. There we go. 2 moons. I think that's good. That should be far enough, or that hopefully won't go too far away where it'll get captured. So if I put it at its furthest point. Okay, it looked like it was going to get captured there. So we're going to times 0.5. There we go. So that should be better. Now, I also want to change around with these settings a bit. So you can see Tune CC, that is still a little further out. So, there we go. Okay, the incline doesn't matter. So I'm going to go something like that. There we go. Then with this one, I will make your orbit slightly smaller. So we'll go 0.4. So yeah, this one's going to have like definitely a further out sort of orbit as the largest moon over here. So there it is there. I guess we can put a bit of ice on it. We don't want it to have liquid water here, so we'll just go have a bit of ice. Actually, we could have it as all frozen, honestly. I will have just a tad bit of the surface going through this ice patch. I'll stop doing that. I hate how the game does that. So, that is the most annoying thing. Why can't they fix that? Oh, there hasn't been an update in, like, forever as well. I want them to do another update. Okay, there we go. So we've got a bit of the surface going through there. I'll have it all going blue so we can hopefully spot some of the blue. Doesn't really like it much, but there is ice and blue surface underneath there. There you go. So that's what it's looking like. Pretty frozen up world. So there we go. That is all of those ones done. Okay, so that should hopefully all orbit around good. Let's just do a quick checkup. Make sure the objects are behaving themselves. Okay, so we've obviously got Nep. Then we've got Tune here, the blue star. Then we've got the planets down here. Quite all similar in size. We're definitely going to have a bigger one. Maybe if I make Nep D a little bigger in size. Let's buff it up from the regular sort of Neptune size. Let's make it... 0.3 Jupiters. There we go. And this sort of size times 2. 0.4. Okay. Yeah, okay, so 0. It's around there. There we go. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Oh, that blue star is... Oh, that is cool. So, there we go. All blue out. How was Nep E doing? That was the one we had... So, this must be in its... Or going into the summer now. Its temperature is warming up. So, must be getting into the right part of its orbit. Let's have a look. Yeah, which it is. It's slowly getting closer to the star. Okay, good. Right, how is Tune doing? Okay, so you've got Tune B and then C. Okay, let's have another object further out. So let's have my old Neptune custom. So how far away? Well, we're actually pretty far out. So let's put it like that. Have a very obscure orbit like that. And this, so the old Neptune custom, we'll call this Tune. So this would be Tune D, wouldn't it? Yeah, so that was C back there. Okay, so C, and then we got D. Okay, so a pretty far gap between the previous planet there, but here it is. So you can still see the star as well, which is cool. I will make it just a little closer, though. So it takes 21 years to go around the blue star. Okay, let's lower that. We'll put it to about 7 years to go around, so it makes the star a little bigger. Oh, that blue star is cool. And then we'll pull it on its side as well. There we go, slide on its side, the old Neptune custom there. Right, we'll make it, how large should we, no, see, since it's orbiting the blue star, we can't have it very big. It's 10 Jupiters, I don't think we can have it anywhere near the size of Jupiter. So go about 20 Earths, make it a little larger than what Neptune normally is, and there you go. So that is that one in. Right, so then we'll add a few moons to it. It's sort of tilted on its side like Uranus is as well, so we'll have a few objects in here. So what should we put? No asteroids because they're boring. Let's go with, if I got any interesting ones in here we could use. Oh, we could use blue gaser in here as well. Actually, we definitely got to do that now. That's reminded me. All right, good. Any other? Oh, we have a banded blue as well. Okay, I'll have to look through my banded stuff. All right. Okay, so I'll just search Neptune back up. We'll go with some of the. We'll have a cloudy one orbiting this actually. So let's put one there. We'll go first moon. Second moon will have further out, like some really obscure orbits on this one. We'll also throw in some regular random spawns. So there we go, random moon. We'll have some of you guys in here as well. So like that. Then fourth moon, a little even more further out, and then they'll have a fifth moon, which is just extremely far out like that. So okay, so we've got Tune D. So then we'll have to name all of these first. Got to keep organised. So we'll go Tune. So Tune DA, no, Tune DB, since that would be, okay, so DB, so then Tune DC. Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm liking the way that, I think this is probably one of the best colour solar systems I've made actually. Tune DD, this is coming out really cool. Right, then we got Tune D, okay, so A, B, C, D, E, right, so DE, all these letters, D, D, B, ugh. Confusing after a while. So DE, and then we want DF out here. So Tune DF. There we go. Right. So now we can get into customizing these guys. Yeah, I'll leave all moons and asteroid belts till last because we don't want to lag out the thing too much. So there we go. Okay, I'll leave you as a. Let's have this as an all frozen ice world. Let's have it contain a lot of water, like Europa in a way. So there it is. We'll click play. We don't want that warming up too much. We'll have the albedo pretty high on that. That'll keep it cool. Also, there's not much atmosphere as well. We'll just go with like, I don't know, random number. Right, oh, okay, so we've got some problems here. So what is going on? So 50, so we're going to have to lower the mass of these. So we're going to go 1 moon on you. We'll go over 0.5 moons to you. And then you are definitely 1.7 Earth. That's a problem. So we're going to immediately go 0.3 Earths. There we go. So 24 moons. We'll also increase its distance from the object. There we go. Then this one we need to fix since it did get a little ruined by that. Okay. Right, so I'll have to play around with this a bit. So we need 66. Okay, so there you go. Oh, it's all messed it up. No. Right, there we go. So I want to more like that. Then the orbital times by 2. There you go. All right. So, okay, almost there. Now it's, okay, like that. There we go. Slightly different. Right, good. Now it's smoking up. Ah, you are not a nice one. So, increase the albedo. Guessing it's got some water. No water on it. Okay. So, why is it smoking up then? That's quite annoying. So, even if it's all iron, it does it. Okay. It's a very low mass now. Okay, let's go 1 moon. No, not 10 moons. 1 moon. There you go. That fixes it. 1 moon always seems to fix that sort of problem. So, oh, no, still smoking. Oh, come on, man. Why you got to do that? Still going. Okay. 1.5, hoping. Is it going to stop it? I'm hoping it will. Oh my god, it's moving all over the place. Okay, I'm not detecting any more particles with my mouse. Okay, so I think that is all fixed up. And like some of the other moons back there, we'll go over like a black and blue theme. I'm liking the way that looks. With a bit of white on it. And no, we don't want that. We want the blue. There we go. Then we'll have a white. There you go. Pretty interesting sort of colour. Get rid of that horrible red atmosphere. That don't belong here. So there we go. So no atmosphere on this one. Right, this one over here. So this is the Venus-like objects. This would be almost like a Titan in a way. So there's that atmosphere. We'll try and fix that up. Obviously, this thing needs to be made. The mass on this is way too low. So 1.6 moons. That usually, yeah, get rid of that smoke. So go. So that'll be like a Titan object then. I'm also going to make your orbit a little closer to the parent planet. So we'll go 0.5 on that. Right, good. So this will be like a Titan now. So minus 50 degrees. Okay. So there's that. Right, so DD, okay. So now we've got DE over here. Okay, so this one will go opposite. We'll have blue on the surface, then we'll have the black on the mid elevation, then we'll go white there. So a lot of colour swaps. Then we can make your mass a little bigger as well, since you are further out. Go 2 moons. There we go. And then the last object out here, which is this one. Righty. It's got some pretty hot here, actually. So we'll go, yeah, blue, all blued out. Oh, I like the way that looks. The atmosphere is not completely the correct colour, but I'm liking that. I'm liking the way that looks. I mean, it's Neptune blue underneath, so I guess we can make an exception here. And then 1.01 moons. Okay, so we'll go 1.9 moons. So it gets bigger as they go out. So there it is there. Hopefully it will stop smoking up. There's no water on it, is there? Okay, no water. Okay, so I want to keep that temperature nice and high. So we're going to buff up this a bit. We're going to go to 6 ATM. Come on, get into the... Yeah, I want those clouds visible. There you go. So that's looking good. Right, so that is all of those ones done. So that's the last of the tune objects, I think. So we've got our main sort of star. Then we got our first planet. Then we have another planet quite far out from here. But no more objects in between. So, yeah, not the busiest star of all time. But we've got some objects in there. Okay, so now back to the NEP objects. We're going to go ahead and have our big gas giant now. So we'll go with... yeah, if I just search... oh, yeah, I'll go to the banded. If I go to the banded collection in here, I'm going to roll this banded 12. We're going to place that... I guess we could have one more in between Nep and Tune before we go further out. So we'll have this one here. Should we, well, yeah, it's got, I want it to be big, actually, so we'll have it a little further out, actually. Let's pull it quite a distance after Tune. We'll have it about here. Let's have one quite a high orbit as well. So here we go. So this is banded 12. So it's got a bit of different colour in it, but the Neptune blue is the superior colour, so it's still eligible for this. So this would be Nep. Which letter are we on now? We've done... I'd say it should be Nep F. Okay, good. Right, there we go. So this guy would be a pretty big object. I mean, it's got 150 Earths already. We're definitely going to go and make that bigger. We're going to go put it up to 3 Jupiters. This makes it a pretty big one. So there we go. So okay, I want to get... Yeah, this will be a big one. There you go. 3, 4, 6 Jupiters to go 4.15. So that's a pretty big object right there. So there's Nep F. So getting further out from the star as well. So there's that. I have another banded one. I guess we can have another banded one quite close by. So we'll have it in a similar sort of orbit as well. Let's have it there. So this would be... Right. So yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F. So this would be H. So Nep H. There we go. So this one's also rolling with the blue colour theme as well. Got some different colour bands in it, but still still Neptune blue is the strongest colour on here. We'll have this one on its side as well, like a Uranus in a way. This was from one of the recent subscriber systems as well, I believe. So there it is there. Have it on a tilt like Uranus, make it a little interesting. There you go. So there we go. I'm also not going to have moons around these two. Yeah, so... Go 3 Jupiters. And they're going to go 2.4, actually. There we go. So a little smaller. So there it is there. So yeah, for some reason these guys won't have moons. Right, now moving on to... If I go back to the custom object list here, I want to have the Gasser object in here. So here it is, Gasser blue. And then we've got Gasser Glue B. I've got 2 Gasser objects. So we'll have Gasser blue. So this will be a brown dwarf. We'll have this one quite far out as well, on a pretty obscure sort of distance over there. Very far out, but here it is. So here's Gasser blue. So there it is. So it's a pretty dark blue and black brown dwarf-like object. It's actually in a binary with the main star, so what should we make that closer? Because I'm not a fan of when they do that. So, guys, even that distance, it's still doing... Okay, I guess that's fine then. And then we'll have it in a binary with Gasser Glue B. So let's put it there. So like that. There we go. So they'll be in a binary orbit nearby the main star, but hoping they'll still orbit the star itself. Yeah, it looks like they... looks like the star's orbiting them now, but yeah, I guess that works. So we've got 2 brown dwarf-like objects. We've got one there, then we've got the other one, which is even hotter, which is glowing a pretty strong blue as well. This was actually from Mark's system the other day. I've actually got a copy of it now. So there we go. Let's also make these guys orbit a little different. Have them at pretty crazy sort of orbits. There we go, auto orbit. I'm also going to put you on a tilt as well, facing the other one. And that one's barely... we can't really see much of its colour. I will decrease it a little bit, so we'll put it to about 60 Jupiters. Hopefully that will cool its temperature down just a little bit, but not so it completely cools down. So we put it to 0 degrees. It still heats itself back up. Okay, that's good. Right, so there we've got 2 brown dwarf ones. We've got the like, darker one, and we've got like this one, so they'd be like represent 2 different types of brown dwarfs. So yeah, we've got those 2 brown dwarfs just chilling on the outer regions of the system. But if we go to trail mode, hopefully they'll orbit the star. I'm hoping. So yeah, pretty far out, I know, but I guess we'll leave them in the outer regions. The 2 like, outer brown dwarfs just out of the system. But you know what? Let's have them a little closer. I think a little closer would be good actually. So go back to the gasser objects. Where are they? Here we go. Got them all lined up now. So okay, so we'll have them. Let's have them around here. So we'll go orbit just to begin with. Let's have them there. So they're not too far away, but they're still close. Or closer than what they were before. So, okay, so then we want this one in a binary with this one. So we're going to put it up there like that. There you go. So pretty crazy orbit. A little closer this time. You can actually see Tune from here. You can see the glow it's emitting. So that's pretty cool. So then we've got both of the gases here. Let's put it to about 50 juices this time. So it cools down just a tad more, about 40. Wouldn't mind it so we can see a bit of bands on it, because it is pretty bright. You can't really see the bands at all, about 30. So you don't want the temperature completely shutting off, ending like the fusion reaction in a way. So 20, 10. That ruins it. Look, that completely ruins it. So yeah, we have to leave it the way it is then. So yeah, it's broken the binary. No, don't do that. All right. So gasser blue. Okay, so binary. There we go. So place it there, and that should hopefully be in a binary with gasser. Oh, 13 and then 78 Jupiters. How's that orbiting that then? There you go, that's fixed it. So yeah, both of the gasser objects out there. So I'll actually just leave the name gasser and gasser blue be. That works. So yeah, both of the blue gassers. See that they're in orbit with the star now, so that's good. So if we go here, you can actually see the binary brown. Oh, that's cool. So both of the brown dwarfs. So let's go to an object near Tune so we can get all of the stars in one sort of shot. So let's go with our closest planet, which is Tune B. Let's land on it and let's have a little look around into the sky here. So there we go. So let's land down. So there's our main star there, that big blue one. Then you can see Nep. Then you can see both of the brown dwarfs over there. You can see them. They're there. So there you got that binary brown dwarf. Okay, cool. And those blue clouds are looking great. Look at that. It's not just the background, but that blue star is cool. Right, so there is that. Okay, looking good. Wow, we've been going for a while now. I'm nowhere near done. Yeah, I think this will have to be a 2-parter, like I've done in subscriber specials before. I think we may have to make this a 2-parter because there's still way more I want to add in here. I think so. Yeah, I think I'll do a 2-parter. Like, I know with some of the big coloured solar systems before, I have done 2-parters, so I think that will be necessary for this one as well. So if you guys got any suggestions for what we can add in the second one, I know we're going to do moons. A bit more moons, rings. We'll add some asteroid belts in as well. But if you got any more suggestions of what I could do, let me know. But yeah, I think I'll add one more object in today, and we will have it as we'll just have it as Neptune. So this will be the modded Neptune Dark. So this is the brand new Neptune I got recently. So we'll have a big gap from the 2 gas giants. Now out here, we don't want them orbiting the brown dwarfs, so we'll have it over here, out of harm's reach from the brown dwarfs. So we'll have it over here. So there we go, modded Neptune Dark. So it's on the opposite side from where the big gas giants are. Nowhere near where they can interfere with it though. So here we go. So modded Neptune. It's such a beauty as well. So if we just call it Neptune, I'm hoping we can add moons of Neptune to it. So this will be literally just Neptune. Add moons. So will that work? Oh, there you go. Hey, so we've got all of the moons. Hey, there you are. So we now have an actual Neptune in here with all of its moon systems. There you go. That's looking good. So then we'll go and customize Triton. Just to make it look like Triton. So these will be the only objects that are not Neptune blue in colour, because Triton's like a creamish sort of creamish white colour. So something around this sort of colour scheme. It's not really just a rough little job, but I guess that'll work for a Triton. Why not? Surface texture, change it up a bit. I'll roll with that. Nothing over the top, but yeah, look at that Neptune. Oh, it's such a beauty. Look at it. Love the bands on it. It looks so good with the blue background as well. Look at that. So yeah, we actually have our Neptune in here now. All of the regular stats for Neptune. So there we go. That is a Neptune added in here. We've got to have that in here. So that's the closest object to the gases right now over here. Yeah, actually, we'll add one more object. Let's have an object orbiting these. We'll have we'll use the light version of the new Neptune. We'll place that in here as well in orbit of the brown dwarfs. So there we go. So here it is. So this one's a lot more reflective in light. There you go there. So it's reflecting light from the main star actually. But look at it, it's literally glowing blue from the background of the the background of the simulation. Since it's already pretty reflective as well, it literally makes it look like it's glowing, even though it isn't, which is just, oh, look at that. That is so cool. So there we go. We'll put it out the right way. And I guess we'll call this gaseous C. There we go, gaseous C. There we go. So we've got, yeah, gaseous blue, gaseous glue B. So we'll just have gaseous C out here. So that is what that one is. And we'll make it, we'll go 0.365 Jupiters. There we go. Make the radius a little better. Okay, that's looking good. Let's make it rotate pretty quick as well. Rotational period, we'll put it to 5 hours. So that's going to be a pretty quick spinning one there. So there you go, that is gaseous C in here. So now we actually have something orbiting those brown dwarf pair just out of the system here. So, right, there we go. So that is it for part 1 of the 7,000 subscriber special, guys. And look how big the gasser is compared to the Tune. That is a pretty big gasser object right there. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, let me know down below what your thoughts are. Any suggestions how I can improve this system, let me know as well. But yeah, this is probably going to be one of the best coloured solar systems I've ever made. And it's a nice return to the series because we have not made one in ages. But look at all of these Neptunes, all different variants. Look at that. We need to add the OG Neptune in as well, the original. We'll definitely have to throw that in next episode as well. But yeah, guys, if you've got any more suggestions as well for what I could add, definitely let me know down below. And also as well, another massive thank you for 7,000 subscribers. And yeah, there should be there should have been a new intro at the start as well for this video, guys. So yeah, let me know what you think of that as well. I think I'll only use it for special occasion videos like this, but yeah, let me know what you think of that. And darn, look how cool that Neptune looks as it rotates. Oh, this is cool. But yeah, that is all that out the way, guys. Let's see if we can go for 50 likes on this video as well for all of the cool blue Neptunes and stuff like that. All of the Neptune blue coloured objects, sorry. So obviously not all of them are Neptune. We only literally have one object called Neptune, but yeah, you know what I mean. They're all Neptune variants. But that is it, guys. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and help us on the journey to 8,000 subscribers now. And I'll hopefully have the second part of this up within a week's time. So I know I need to do the next object competition as well. Hopefully that'll be next video. I'm not making any guarantees, but it should be next video. But yeah, I'll hopefully have the part 2 out of this, or part 2 for this out soon, guys. So yeah, that is that. So make sure you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode of this, guys. So yeah, goodbye.